I was actually brought up across the Loch in Foyers as a child.
Yeah.
Looking always up at Maelfúvene, the biggest mountain around Loch Ness.
Amazing.
So I think I've always looked up at it and it's always looked down at me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm now the host and owner of my Airbnb Daisy May. And I've got MS and I've had it for nearly 12 years and it doesn't hold me back. So far so good. And I just love the outdoors. Well, I bought it 4 years ago, hoping to extend my own house. It took 2 years to renovate. Thought it would take a year, but a lot longer, a lot more harder work than I thought. But I did have it in mind that if I couldn't work due to my MS, that I could rent it out in the future. So when I had to give up my job last year, after 29 years, I thought, actually, why do I have to wait until I can't work? Let's make this, because I got well through cycling and walking, getting fresh air. So I thought, well, why can't other people come here, have this beautiful home to live in, experience the outdoors that I have, and enjoy it and show them through my social media the places that they can explore, whether it's families or biking. Hikers, there's so many mountains about and everything. Amazing. So that's what inspired me. And,
amazing.
Two places that it's hard to choose just one, I would say. I mean, Loch Ness is absolutely fantastic.
Can't go wrong, can you?
I mean, we've got more water in there than all the lakes in England and Wales put together. So and it doesn't matter what time of year it is, it's just beautiful. Whether the wind's blowing and there's loads of white horses on there, or if it's calm, and I've been kayaking when it's calm and it's beautiful. But up Maelfúvene is one of my favourite places to go. I've walked up there so many times. I've run up a couple of times.
Wow.
I've even cycled up once and back down again.
Good going.
Never again, but
you can say you've done it.
I've done it. And just, it's so beautiful. I mean, the Great Glen that you can see. If on a clear day, you can see right down to Ben Nevis. And I always, if I'm going there, I like to be like the first one up. I'm still sort of driving in the dark to get there, and then the sun comes up and the colours on the hills are beautiful. And I've been lucky a few times to get a cloud inversion.
Amazing.
So it's like 26 miles of Loch. Covered in cloud, and you're above it, and it's just
incredible.
It just feels so magical up there. It's beautiful.
Absolutely incredible. So I know that you've walked the Great Glen Way, which for anyone that isn't local, anyone that doesn't know, follows the Great Glen, which is from Fort William to Inverness. It's a really popular route for our hikers on our baggage transfer route. So it's one that I've done lots of parts of. Never done the whole thing, but I'd like to do it one day. But you walked it with your children for an amazing cause. So tell us about that and the money that you raised.
Well, it was my daughter's idea, Mia. It was 10 years ago. She was only 11 at the time, and my son was 7. So wherever we were going, he had to come too. But she asked, would she be able to do something for the MS Therapy Centre at the time? And she said, do you think I could walk? Do you think we could walk from Fort Augustus to Inverness? So it wasn't the full Great Glen Way, and I said, well, we wouldn't manage it in one day. It's actually 44 miles from when you're walking off-road. So I said yes. So we walked from Fort Augustus to Invermoriston, and of course we had to take the high road because we weren't walking through the woods and seeing nothing. The views up there are spectacular.
Got to be done.
Got to be done. The next one was Invermoriston to Bunloit. And again, the high road it had to be to see the view catcher.
Iconic. Got to take the photo.
So we got pictures there, and then I remember coming from Bunloit down to go to a Breakin, but we sat out there and had our lunch.
Amazing. Full circle moment.
So, and then a Breakin to Blackfold. Unfortunately, I wasn't keeping great then, so it was the next year that we finished it, but we got our dog by that time. So she did the last section between Blackfold and Inverness, and but just so proud of my two kids. I mean, when they're that age, they're like, when are we going to finish? When are we going to finish? But teasing them with lunches, come on, we'll get to the top here and we'll have lunch. And I miscalculated a few times the mileage. Didn't have proper phones and everything then, but they did it and they were amazing.
Amazing.
So, and raising like £3,330 for the charity.
Incredible.
So generous friends and family for sponsoring us too then. So
absolutely incredible.
Changing it up. I mean, sometimes cycling out from Inverness out to a break-in, whether it's on the mountain bikes or gravel bikes. And
that's still quite hilly.
It is quite hilly, yeah. and doing the mountain bike tracks up there.
Amazing.
I did one, it was actually on the winter solstice. Yeah. And did a little video and cycle there and won a competition.
No way, congratulations.
Entry to a 200-mile cycle. So I'm going to be back in Glen Affric and round here extending my cycles to be able to do this kind of mileage. So
that's a big feat, and that's 200 miles in one stint.
It's in the longest day, so June the 20th this year.
Amazing. And is that in Scotland or is that
it's
further away?
North of Scotland, and we come in at the south of Scotland in Ayr, so coast to coast.
Lots of training to be had.
Yeah, so I'm going to be round here even more. So.
Keep an eye out. So as I said, you joined us at our inaugural Loch Ness and Glen Affric Gravel Sportive. So it is a community-led event that we started at the end of 2025, connects the glens of Glenurquhart and Strathglass. So we had lots and lots of community volunteers across Atomic, Cannock and in Drum. So it was a 55-mile route that you did. So you went from Drum out to Glen Affric, out and back, and you were the third female across the line.
I know, I couldn't believe it.
Congratulations.
I've never done a gravel.
So as a gravel event, it's great to add it as a one to watch on the calendar for people. But how did you find the day?
Oh, I thought it was amazing. I'd never been on the trails here. I've been up the mountains and done the Highland Cross coming in through Cannock, but not on the. And I couldn't believe great size of tracks for cycling and just go on and lovely downhills and then great climbs again when you're coming back.
It keeps going. It's just knowing where to get onto the trails, isn't it? So a route like this, Sportive is great. Yeah, and I'm sure you stopped off at. I think it's become kind of famous, the Cannock food stop.
Oh, that was good. We had a
I think bigger and better for this year. 3rd of October.
In there.
Yeah, it's a good stop. It's the one thing everyone was talking about. So I think food is the way.
Food. You've got to fuel on these things. Definitely,
absolutely.
100%. It is another coast to coast. So it starts in Morvich. Yeah. And you go and walk or run into the hills for 20 miles. Yeah. And then there's a crossover or changeover there. Glen Affric, where you get on the bike and then cycle another 30 miles down to Bewley. And when you're up there in the mountains, of course, it's beautiful again. And somebody told me one time, stop for a second and take in the views, because you're just looking, it's just like a little sheep tracks that you're running along, maybe into mud and things. And just look up, and it's just incredible around you. I was looking through photos last night just to remind myself, and it's incredible.
Absolutely amazing. And you were the fastest walker one year.
Yes, the second time I walked it, the first time I walked it with somebody. Yeah. And the next time I was kind of on my own, so I was like,
gotta keep going.
And there was somebody out walking that day, and they were coming towards us, and I thought, that's the wrong day, because you've got about another
so many people,
600 people behind you're going to walk into. But they said, you're like the first girl through, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, so it just kept me going. Last night actually I watched something and somebody says, for your training, don't think of training as training. Yeah. Enjoy every time you're out, whether it's walking, whether it's cycling, enjoy each ride, and don't think of it as training. And then when you come to that challenge, it's, you know, it's going to be okay. Yeah. You're going to, in your head, you can do it. So, you know, there's so many people that you look at and you think, can they do it? And you think, if they can do it, I can do it.
Absolutely. So, if they could take one key thing away from your story about getting out cycling, exploring, the perseverance of using, you know, the outdoors to help you mentally, physically, what would that be?
Oh, I think when people say they can't do it, the first thing is just get that one step out the door. Yeah. Go and do it, you know? Yeah. And somebody said to me that one of the cycle, I was like, I want to do that. I want to cycle up Milfuvene. And a boy said to me, just do it.
Amazing.
And I went home put the bike on, got out there and just did it. So you've just got to just do it, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Try it. If you fail, go and try again.
100%.
It doesn't matter if it's raining or sunshine.
Absolutely.
Just get your jacket on and only go skin deep, as I always say.
Absolutely. Well, I think that is a great way to end it. But thank you so much for joining us. And if you would like to keep following on with Nicola's adventures, her challenges, and see how she goes on these big cycles, we'll add her social media on the screen, and also the links to everything will be in the description. So thank you so much for joining us. Had a great time.
Thank you.